Today I want to do a pick and place program, but I want to make a separate program for just the pick. That way we can call it every time we want to use it and we don't have to make those points every pick. So I have a main program here of Lauer pick place. I have my robot here. Obviously I'm on RoboGuide in a virtual space, but the tablet is here, robot is here. I have a home position here, and now I want to get started with a pick and place. I want to pick a couple boxes off of the conveyor belt and place them onto the pallet, but I don't want to have to do my moves for every single pick. I just want to call something, pick it, and then worry about the place. So let's go ahead and go to Program Select, and we are going to start a new program. I'm going to call this pick underscore sensor. So we are going to pick from the conveyor belt at the sensor. So pick sensor. So I come in here. Now this this program is just concerned about the pick. So if you remember from working on Sawyer's or anything like that, every good pick and place has 3 motions for each action. So you have an approach, you have a pick, and you have a retract. So we want to do that here. So I want to move the robot to a place where I'll simulate where our conveyor is at. Our conveyor is kind of stretched out like that. So we have our conveyor where we want to pick. Let's come up a little bit. So our first move would be an approach where we get close to the box. I can throw a joint move up there because it's just moving from home to that point. Our next move is a little more controlled. So that is our pick. So this is where our suction cup is coming against the box. So I'll jog it down a little bit. And this, I like to use a linear motion. That way I know the suction cup is coming straight down. So we are now on the box. I need to turn on the air. You have that air on button I've already created. But if not, you can just select what output it is and turn it on. So now the air is on. We are in theory holding the box. So now I want to do one more motion up. And this is my retract. This gets me high enough away from the conveyor. I don't hit any sensors. I don't hit the guardrails or the next box. I also like to use this as a linear motion because I like to come up and down as straight as possible, as calculated as possible. So that's the pick. These 4 instructions consist of making that pick. We can now back out of here and go back to the Lauer pick place program. All right, so now we're back at Lauer pick. I want to perform that pick. So in all, we can drag a call up here. If we click on call, it says program name. This is where we just need to find pick. So pick sensor. So there we go. So we start at home. We go to our pick program. We complete that. Now let's move over top of our pallet. So let me come to jog. Let me go back over here. So let's call this right above our pallet. And this is a nice spot to be like directly centered over the pallet. That way that robot can go down in any different direction. So I'm going to drag a joint motion up here. So now I have home, I have picked box. Now I'm over top of my pallet. Now is where I tell it where to go. So let's replicate going down to like the first corner. So I'll come down some, I'll go back a little bit, and I'll go over. So we'll call this the first corner of the pallet. And I will drag a joint motion to there. Remember, this is the approach, the place, and the retract. So I have an approach. I have a linear place. And I have a linear retract. Oh, I forgot, and we need to turn the air off in there. So let me put an output right there. Air off. Perfect. So there's our first box place. Now I need another box, right? So instead of moving the robot, what I can do is I can put a call. I can call that pick program. And now I have another box in my hand. What we can do is we can reference this position again. So if I move to that position, right, now I'm back to that same spot and I don't have to move my robot all around. So I'm going to do a joint movement. I'm going to renumber this to 2 because I want to use that same position. And now I go over again, right? So now I jog down. Over. And I am just making up this position here. But now, once again, I have my approach. I have my place. I will turn my air off. And I will retract. There we go. So there's two picks, 2 places. Let's end off on a home position and then we'll test it. All right, let's see what this looks like. Turn my teach pendant off, hit my run button. All right, so if I hit my start here, and you can see on our teach pendant, you see it jump to our pick program and then back to our place, jump to our pick program, right back to our place. And that just saved us not only not a lot of instructions here, but it also saved some time moving the robot. So that's a very basic program on making a section of your program that you're going to use a bunch of times and calling it. That way it saves you the setup and saves you the time.